Michelle's Minutes. Hey you guys, welcome back to Michelle's Minutes, that short little vid where I dish out a ton of tips so that you can get cooking right now. And I am so beyond excited because today I'm doing something I have never ever done before. This is literally the most VIP I have ever been with anybody in my whole life. Get excited. I am about to give you a kitchen tour of my very own home. That's right, I'm giving you VIP behind the scenes access of the headquarters where the entire Chef Michelle Kabler business is run. And I know what you might be thinking, that this is not a real kitchen. This, my friends, is indeed a real kitchen. You see, I live in a tiny 500 square foot apartment with my man lover, also known as Alex, and it's a good thing that we love each other very much because it is tight quarters up in here. I have really spent a lot of time and attention really creating and crafting a cozy kitchen environment. So many people that I work with are always complaining that they either don't have a stock kitchen, they don't know where to begin, or they have a tiny kitchen. Well, naysayers, be gone. You are not welcome here. I am here to squash out all of your doubts and show you exactly how to own your kitchen. Now, before we get started, I've got a few things that I want to dish out for you, and the first thing that I will tell you to keep in mind is to start small. You're gonna see a ton of stuff in my kitchen. This is years of collecting different gadgets in the kitchen. If there's one thing that you can buy this paycheck, go and buy it. Over time, your kitchen will become a curated haven of goodness, but until then, you can do it one gadget at a time. The second thing I want to dish out is that hand-me-downs are a godsend. I would say there are about 30 gadgets in my kitchen that were handed down from Mama Caves, and she is the best. I gotta tell you, when I moved out on my own, she was like giving me a ton of kitchen stuff because she just got to go out and buy some new stuff, and you know what? I am not complaining. Now when I cook with all of those gadgets, I feel like the mother load of love is just in all the food that I make. So thank you, Mom. I still have all the gadgets and I freaking love them. And the last thing I want to dish out is that no kitchen is too small. All of you people out there with excuses, my kitchen is so tiny, I don't know where to start. All of you out there gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself, because I am telling you, in this 500 square foot apartment, I have created such a glorious kitchen haven that even people that come here and know that this is a small apartment, they freaking love it. There is so much love being created in my kitchen because of how I've curated it and the energy that I bring to the space. This can be replicated in any apartment, house, wherever you are, whether it's New York City or Timbuk freaking 2. I don't care, just get cooking, no kitchen too small. You can do it. Now, don't you fret, because I've got your back and the kitchen tour begins now. And first up on the tour of magic is the fridge. The first thing I did when I moved in is I decorated my refrigerator with happy things. Lots of cards, lots of pictures. I'm gonna zoom in here. Yes, that's me and Alex on a love wall. I've got a Tony Robbins quote. I've got some other fun quotes. Soul Camp magnet. Soul Camp created is by my two best friends, Michelle and Allie, the best place on earth. This fridge is what reminds me that life is good before I turn to the food for comfort. And this makes my kitchen one of the happiest places in my house. This amazing artwork that my friend Molly gave me is super flammable, and I only use it for filming, but I also keep that on display when I'm cooking to remind me how happy and bright cooking makes me feel. And it is important that you also stock your kitchen with something that makes you equally happy. Next up in the kitchen of greatness, we've got some canisters of kitchen tools. As you're cooking, you can just grab stuff and start cooking. Some of my favorites are spatula. If you eat fish, you definitely want to make sure you have one of these on board. My favorite kitchen tool, the tongs. Alex and I actually have our own pair of tongs each because when we cook together, we love them so much that we fight over who gets to use the tongs the most. We've got a bunch of wooden spoons. All you need is one really, but if you're like me and you like to shop, you probably have a bunch. Meet the lovebirds. And I am not talking about me and Alex. These two guys right here are the most used kitchen appliances in our entire house. In fact, I think this one right here is the most used in our entire house. This is a food processor, and I use this to make everything from vegetarian meatloaf to brownies to mixing pancake batter to literally you name it. I use it for that. The same goes for this guy, the Vitamix. This is, in my opinion, hands down the best high-speed blender that you will ever find. I use this all the time. I make a ton of smoothies. I use it to puree vegetable soups, and it makes it feel super luxurious. Next step on the kitchen tour is cutting boards. I love the ones that have the grip on the side. So when you're cutting, everything stays put. These are magic. Now I want to show you my most used cooking apparatuses. These get so much use and they are the vessels for how I cook pretty much everything. The first is kind of a no-brainer. Cookie sheets, baking sheets, whatever you want to call them. I have them in two sizes. I've got this half one and I've got a full one. They really can only fit about 2 at a time in my oven. So whenever one comes out, I put the next one in and it makes batch cooking a total breeze. The next is these amazing cast iron skillets. We've got two, one in this small size and one a bit bigger, and we use it for everything. And I mean everything. From eggs to curries to making a stir fry to searing meat and fish. They're so great because the more you use them, they actually start to become non-stick. That's it! That's how I run my kitchen! I'm so stoked that you decided to join me for my super VIP kitchen tour. It has been such an awesome time sharing my home with you, but now I am kicking you out. It's time for you to leave, but before you do not forget to subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments below how you run your kitchen. I want to know if you've got questions. I am here to answer them for you. I hope you have an amazing kick-ass weekend setting up your kitchens, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Adios, amigos. You son of a gun, son of a gun, son of a gun. You son of a